Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs, and if you ever wonder how to do your prints with a really soft hand without using water-based or discharge inks, I'm going to show you how to do it real quick with Plastisol inks. So stay tuned. This is a really cool process. Hope you like it. Let me show you real quick. Okay, so for that you're going to need your regular Plastisol ink, and you're going to need curable reducer. Let me see, can you see that? Curable reducer. Make sure it's curable reducer and not like screen opener, integrateds, none of that stuff. Make sure you're using curable reducer. So you're going to use, I'm not going to show you the process of mixing the ink. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So what you're going to do is with the curable, you actually going to need curable reducer, and if you have glitter adhesive, or what is the other one, foil adhesive, you're going to add that to it, and just so you have a little more flexibility in your print. So you're going to mix 50-50 of the curable reducer and ink, and then you're going to add 5%, or if you want up to 10% of the adhesive, either foil adhesive or glitter adhesive. So, and then you're gonna mix your ink, and you're gonna see it's gonna be very, very runny. I mean, you're gonna thin it down a lot. And a lot of you is gonna ask this question: does it change the color? Very, very, very little. You probably won't even notice if you put it right against the actual color of the ink. It doesn't change that much. I mean, maybe a shade. It doesn't really change a lot. So again, mix. This is already mixed, so I'm not going to show you the process of mixing the ink. But again, use 50-50 ink and curable reducer by weight. You can either use it by weight or you can use it by fluid ounces. So whichever way you want to do it, just do 50-50. And be really careful, because this stuff is like, see that? I mean, it's very runny. And as you can tell, with it being very runny, that's also going to help you on your prints. You're not going to need a lot of ink, because you're doing such a thin layer that just one pass is going to cover. And I'm not going to do, this is going to be on multiple colors, it's actually 3 colors, but they're not going to be laying on top of each other. I am going to be printing wet on wet, but they're not going to be laying on top of each other. So there's no base. I'm not going to be doing a flash or a flash print. I'm just going to print it, run it through the dryer, and that'll be it. So when you put curable reducer in your inks, you have to be careful. Make sure you do a test before you do a big run. The adhesive, where that's gonna come in, it's gonna help you with adhering to the actual garment a lot better. So right now we're gonna put our inks. Again, I'm using bright red, whatever brand you want to use. I'm using bright red from Vortex, and this is what brand is this? I think this is Union Ink. This is Union Ink, and this is Royal Blue. So that's what I'm doing. Again, 50-50. 50-50 curable reducer, 50% ink. And again, you'll see, I mean, this is if you want to have, especially for those of you that want to try like water-based inks because of the soft hand feel, but you never tried it before, or if you want to try discharge inks also for the soft hand feel, and you don't know how to work with that, or you never tried them, or you don't even know what they are, this is a really good alternative to using water-based or discharge. Make sure you do clean your spatula or whatever you guys use. I only use one spatula, even though I got like 5 of them. I try to use this one that keeps my shop. I'm not gonna say cleaner because it's a mess. My shop is a mess. So, but it does kind of forces me to clean my tools right after I use them. So, and this right here, this one I mixed it because I wanted a dark, almost like a charcoal. I didn't use a PMS system, so there's no Pantone color for this. Okay, so if you ask me for the number, I just mixed it by eye, just black and white ink with the curable reducer and the adhesive, foil adhesive. Okay, so that's all it is, guys. Again, because you can interchange the colors to whatever designs you're working with. Right now, I'm just kind of making a vintage look on this logo, and that's why I'm not giving you like, or that's why I'm not too worried about the hitting the actual colors. You know, make sure that the charcoal gray is gonna be dead on. I'm not, because this is just a little project that we were doing. The customer really liked the samples, so they asked me to print. It's not that many shirts, it's probably about 10 shirts. Like I said, my shop is a mess. Already got dust bunnies all over them. So here we go again, wet on wet. And as you know, always start with the small print first, and then finish with the largest, or start with the lightest and finish with the darkest. In this case, we're gonna start with the charcoal gray. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see the actual process. Okay, so as you can see, that's the charcoal gray. Hopefully I won't hit the camera. Will I? Yeah. Move it a little more, because I'm gonna hit the camera with the screen press. So there you go, that's the charcoal gray. Comes the royal blue. By the way, I'm using a 230 screen, so that way, you know, you already thin, like I already thinned the ink down a lot, and then on top of that, I'm using a 230 mesh screen. That will give it an extra soft hand feel to it. So there you go. I mean, the print is ready. It's running through the dryer. Just so you can see, that's what it looks like. Let's run that through. And you're gonna dry it or I'm drying on 325. 300 and where's that? Okay, so I'm running at 325 to 330 for about 45 seconds. This one's right here, you only got one shot, so gotta make sure that you're dry where you want it. Ooh. This one's a little bit off. So you know, with like the one you just saw me printing, it's 100% poly. For those of you that do discharge, you know that you cannot do discharge on polyester. Well, this is a very good way of doing it. So here's our first print. Usually you can hear it. See, nothing. Look at that. Can I get it to focus real good? Man, this thing, it's like it's right in the fabric. Duh. I can't get it to focus real good, but this thing, this is really cool. I mean, you can't even feel it. Also, if you're gonna work with this type of stuff, guys, make sure that you do a test. Make sure that you do a test. I already did mine. I already printed a couple of them. I washed them. I put a bunch of soap on it. I put a bunch of stuff in it to make sure that it's not gonna come off. And this one stayed on there real good. And this is our little tank top. I said it was 100% poly. This is actually 65 right there. Can you see it? So 65 poly, 35 viscous, whatever that is. So for those of you that do discharge, you know that this will not be possible. Discharge will not be possible in this. So in Plastisol, you cannot get such a soft hand feel to it. You know, so give it a try, guys. This stuff is really cool. I mean, you can actually see the fibers in there. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but you can see the fibers in it, how they were. Almost looks like they're dye, not screen printed. So I highly recommend that you give it a try. But you give it a try and let me know if you liked it. So there you go. If you want to see what I'm curing at, 331. Pretty cool, huh? If you see the lines, don't think that it's out of registration, because you can see there's a bigger gap between the two. Like this one is bigger. It's not out of, well, it is out of registration, but that's how the design is. That's how we designed it. So okay, so this is soap. If you can read it, Dawn dish soap. We're gonna test it out, make sure it doesn't come off. So guys, Make sure that if you do this, if you use this method to get a soft hand feel, that you run your test. And I'm actually running my test. Let me wash my hands. My hands are all dirty. So I was just cleaning the screens. Okay, that ink right there, that was already in my hand. So we're gonna scrub it real good. Trying to make the ink come off. Because if it's gonna come off, you want it to come off here, not with the customer. And I'll actually grab the one that had the most polyester, because that's the one that's gonna be the troublemaker. A lot of soap. So there you go. Nothing came off. There's your red. Oh, there's the red, your blue, and your grays. So nothing came off. Okay, so just make sure. Let me bring the camera over there. So guys, if you like this video, if you think it's helpful for you guys, you know, give it a little thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see anything else, let me know, and I'll try to make a video for you guys. Okay, stay tuned. I'm actually working on another video right now. You'll see it. Okay, peace out. It's a pleasure, like always. Thank you for watching, and keep following me. Thank you. Or thank you. Thank you. Peace out.